Just those brushes?
Yeah.
There you go. Here's the stuff. We made it to Home Depot. I'm about to get this door for the client. We need some other stuff too, but you know, should be fine. Can't forget the cart. Or else I don't really like this one. That one's dirty. This one's old. It'll do. Alright, we need a 6-panel door, 30 by 80, left-hand swing. This one? This one. It's left hand, 30 by 80 swing. Got it. 30 by 80?
Where?
Yeah. Where? Is that one? Look at that. Acá está, acá. Acá está. 30 by 80. Out of space. We got the stuff. Now it's time to put it in the truck. Alright, so day 2. We're gonna try to finish all this with another layer of plaster and mud. It looked pretty good, you know. Very basic, just a nice one skim coat of mud around the walls. And we're gonna put that big piece of plastic down here because I know we're gonna paint soon. And even though the floors are dirty, it's because we're gonna put them new flooring. So it doesn't really matter, but it does matter that we're gonna try to take care of the place, make sure it looks nice and clean. So we're gonna put plastic. We put plastic all over the kitchen so the paint doesn't spray over there. This kitchen's already nice, but you know, it's not too bad. The main thing right now is to try to get this place painted and, you know, ready to install the doors and install the floors. So it should be a nice and busy day today. Alright, so I put the plastic wrap on the floor. So it won't make too much of a mess, but you know, it's still gonna make a mess. We're gonna get ready for paint soon. So we also do want to protect the furniture and everything. So I want to make sure that this plastic wrap isn't just hanging something like this, because easily it could get sprayed over there and, you know, big problem. So we're gonna spend some time prepping everything, making sure everything looks nice and neat, so that we, hopefully it sticks. I think I need more tape. We can, okay, and there it goes. So I need more tape on that. But on the bright side, we should move fast. We have every tool we need. We're ready to get this homeowner back home as soon as possible. I know tomorrow's Christmas, so we wanted to get him before Christmas, but the problem was that there is the insurance companies are holding the checks. You know, it's a whole problem. But we came in and we helped him out as much as we could, and he got the money. So now here we are, although it wasn't everything we planned, because we wanted to actually just remove all the walls at once, but the homeowner just couldn't afford that. The insurance wouldn't pay for it. So we met him in the middle. We said, we're just going to give you a new plaster, skim coat, double layered, and then we're going to prime and paint everything so it looks brand new at least. And for as far as the rooms go, we're going to paint these too. The rooms weren't as damaged as the living room. The living room was really bad. His bathroom was nice though. Look at his bathroom. Brand new. I'm trying to like... His bathroom was really nice, you know, all remodeled. But then when you look at the living room, well, it's antique, let's say that. It needs a little bit more help. So that's what we're here for. I'm going to make sure we do a good job for him, make sure he likes everything. Yeah, our work's cut out for us today, but it's currently around like 10 a.m. So we still have the rest of the day to go. We already did our Home Depot runs, maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow's Christmas actually, so who knows what will come. But I hope everybody's having a Merry Christmas, and we're going to be out here working. Hopefully, we can get them back before New Year's. So, we're going to get right on that. I need to stop filming and get back to work. So, I'll see you guys later. These guys are working hard, you know, trying to rebuild the houses that burnt down. You know. A lot of these people lost a lot of, you know, a lot of memories with their houses, so it's kind of sad to see, but it's good to see everybody working. You know, these guys are working hard, building new houses, new frames. It looks beautiful. Beautiful work. So everybody's just trying to rebuild, you know. It sucks what happened with the fire and everything, but at the end of the day, we ought to keep moving forward. So, you know, we're doing our job, helping out people here, and making sure everybody has a home to stay during New Year's or holidays, you know. So it's tough, it really is, but we're gonna be here for a while, helping people out, and doing what we can, you know, working with people's budgets. We're not gonna overcharge everything or overestimate anybody. So if you need help, we're here, and we'll be filming it the whole way through. It might start raining soon, so we gotta hurry up and get everything into the house. We need that paint in there, so we're gonna try to do that before it starts raining, and then we can just work inside the whole time. All right, so we just got done with the second layer of plaster on top of the whole wall. It was pretty quick. We did it in about an hour and a half, maybe, or maybe less. What the fuck? All good? Well, there you go. Easier said than done. We want to paint the whole house, not just the inside. We're gonna paint the inside white, but the whole house itself is gonna be type of coral paint. But I think we're gonna change it to white. It makes it look a lot nicer, and probably change the stucco. So yeah, this whole house is gonna get a whole remodel. It's gonna look really nice. But yeah, so right now we're gonna wait for the mud to dry. So as we wait for it to dry, I do want to talk about, you know, what happened here. It was a horrible fire. As you can see, that house didn't survive. Neither did that one, neither this one, neither the three other in the back, and his left side. So this house is like the only one left standing. So it's really crazy that we got the opportunity to help them out. You know, it's rough out here. Prices are higher in Altadena. Like, it's higher than anywhere else. Like, if you're from the IE, Inland Empire, it's very different from what it is out here. Like, this house was built, I believe, in 1947, but you know, with the prices they are, the house is probably worth like $1 million after we're done with it. And he only put in, like, if you put in maybe like 80,000-90,000 in your house in here, it'd probably go up $200,000-$300,000. So it's pretty crazy, the market here. So he was very fortunate that we were able to help him out in the terms of budgeting, because a lot of contractors came in really high. And we got a price where we were happy with the profits, and we were happy with, you know, the way it was going to come out. And we made sure that, hey, we're going to do the job, we're going to get paid, and everybody's going to be good. And he was really happy, you know. I'm really hoping to get his reaction when we're done. I think he came last night, but he, you know, he just passed by. He said it was really good. He really enjoyed it. It looked a lot different than we had it before, you know. The house is very old, so he hasn't touched it in a while. One of the things he's touched is the bathroom and the kitchen, which look really nice, but it's been time. So he wants to get the whole house remodeled. So we're gonna do that for him, you know. At Havenwood, we do everything a client asks for us, so that's what we're gonna do. As far as marketing goes, I'm gonna try to film more. I'm gonna try to make sure you guys see the whole process through and through. You know, right now we started with the demo, then the plastering, and then we're gonna do the texture, then the paint. All of it's gonna be filmed on time lapse at least. So, you know, if you guys want to enjoy, make sure you follow for more. We're going to keep posting content consistently, and we're going to keep trying to find leads, because we need more clients, we need to make more money in 2026, and we need to help more people. So all those goals align, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So it is currently day 3 of the Altadena project. It's about the day after Christmas, so December 26th. It is currently about like 6:30 a.m. You know, we're getting ready. I'm all ready to go. We need to get all our tools ready and make sure we're gonna be able to paint today, hopefully. Hopefully today we can put on the doors, finish touching up with the mud and the plaster, and just making sure we sand everything down and it's ready for paint. So it's only day 3 of the project, really. We worked Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday was Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So now it's Friday. Hopefully we work Saturday, take off Sunday, and then work the rest of the next week. And hopefully we can get back home before New Year's. So we're looking forward to that. And yeah, it's another beautiful day. Let's get to work. So I was able to get some materials in there. I got the painter and I got some mud. Ready for today. It's starting to rain, so yeah, it's probably not gonna be a fun ride, but that's okay. It'll be great. So we're just gonna get ready for some breakfast and then head out. Should be a good day. Get a lot done, and hopefully we can finish this project soon. Hopefully by next week, before New Year's, like I said. All right, ready to head out. Easy day today. Not raining. That baby right there is tied. It's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, we made it back. The walls look great. They're nice and flat. You can't even notice the old plaster before. Now all that's missing is you gotta touch up some areas where, the mud hasn't hit yet. And then get to sanding, The walls look like they're almost ready for paint. There's some areas we missed like that. This area needs another layer of the drywall. But no real cracks, so we did a good job. It's wet outside, it's raining, but we'll get the job done. Over here, where the big crack used to be, we are seeing some need of help, so we're gonna put some more mud on there. But it's all a process. Once it dries up, then you'll see what you're missing, and then you just apply. No big deal. We'll get to it. So we just got done prepping this room for paint. It's all ready. Doors wrapped. All good. Windows are duct taped so the paint doesn't go through. And yeah, we gotta get rid of all these cobwebs, but so far so good. Ready for the first room for paint. Hopefully it looks nice. Day 4, ready for paint. It was a good day yesterday. We got all the texture done, in the time lapse you saw. We were able to get mainly the ceiling, the walls, and the rooms are ready for paint. And today we just have to make sure we have everything. And then after that, we're ready for the floors. So hopefully today goes by quick. We're just gonna get all paint done. The trim on the doors is all good. We finished that, we cut them up. I put a cinematic video, it looked nice. And then now we just have to buy the flooring still. And we caulked the doors too. The doors have all caulking, so no problems there. And yeah, so day 4 should go great. And hopefully we'll be done by next Monday. We're gonna take Sunday off, Sunday off. But Monday and Tuesday should be done. And New Year's Eve is Wednesday, so the client can be home if he wants to, or start moving in at least for the new year, and we'll be ready. So looking forward to that. It rained all day yesterday, but nice and sunny out today. Beautiful, So yeah, this wheelbarrow was filled all the way to the top and overflowing in water yesterday, but now it's nice and sunny, so it's a beautiful day. It's Saturday, so no traffic either. And looks like everybody, took the day off. These houses that are being built, some over here, right there, taking a day off, but it looks good. People are building. It's good to see. We gotta start building over here. Even after the fires, a lot of houses haven't been, even touched. They've been cleaned out, the debris, but construction, as far as construction, hasn't been, going so well. Only house that survived, by the way, out of the houses you just saw, even the one over there, yeah, none of these houses survived. None. So it's kind of amazing to see how the client's house was able to survive. So it's a miracle, but God was watching out for him, and now we're gonna help him out. We gotta make sure his inside's all ready to move in, and we're planning on giving him a nice backyard too. So hopefully you guys will be there to see that. And yeah, another day, get back to work, try to finish this project, and I'll show you guys the inside right now, what it looks like so far. Inside of the house. Looking good, it actually looks good. I think it's doing well. As far as it drying, yeah, it's pretty dry. I think it's ready for paint. The ceiling too might need a little bit of touch-ups, but overall, just needs paint. And I think we're gonna prime it, paint it, so it's brand new. The rooms are all good. Let the tape move. We gotta get rid of those cobwebs still. We'll do that today. There's our painting machine. Get it right on it. What am I missing? I think that's pretty much it. So we've done demo, plaster, sanding, texture. Well, we had to put 2-3 hands in, so it was quite the amount of mud, but still, you know, before the little cracks, now they're pretty much all gone. Looks brand new. So that's part of the process, you know. Everything's dry. Everything looks good. All ready for paint. And then the floors. Yeah, the floors. All this flooring is gonna be brand new. You see how this is like the OG foundation, the original foundation. So it's gonna be cool to, you know, put it all black. It's gonna match the furniture of, like if you can see, like this kind of color, this color, black. Clean all that with some rag. This stuff really just gets right off. It doesn't really matter if it's the furniture. The paint matters though. But as far as the mud and texture, no big deal. Clean it all up. Like this one. Yeah, this one had a little bit of problems with this section right here. We patched it up for him, you know. Even though we didn't really talk about it, we still did it because, you know, I want to take care of our client. He just wanted the living room done, but you know, certain patches here that we wanted to fix up. Even though we're gonna paint the room anyway, so we'll paint them up. Little outlet that was used to here. Oh, this is still wet. Crud. We're gonna have to fix that. Alright, well, we're gonna get to painting. It's a beautiful day. Nobody's here, it's completely empty. But we're here. It's Saturday, doesn't matter. Well, you know what? Might be people working over there on some plywood on the roof. We saw like 2 people maybe. Everybody's taking breaks, especially since the rain hit. Yeah, almost completely empty. That house is starting for construction, that's good. These 2, no idea. But either way, beautiful day, ready to work. Hopefully everything goes well. Alright, we're done. Day 4. Everything looks good. We're done. Tomorrow? No, it's Monday. Flooring. Hopefully. But we have to finish the paint as well. We missed some spots on the paint. And then we're going to get to the flooring. And that'll be it. That's the whole project. The whole remodeling project for the inside. As far as the outside, we're new yet. We're still in talks. So keep tuned for that. And yeah, there's nobody on here as you can see from over there to over there. It's dead empty. You can hear the wolves howling. Easy day. Painting is tough, man. I honestly have a lot of respect for you painters. It's really tough to try not to get the paint everywhere and making sure you just get it where you want it to go. And it's really tough, but shout out to all my painters out there. Y'all do amazing work. We need you because I need you. I'm not going to be painting for the rest of my life, so I need painters. So people trying to become astronauts, become painters, become something useful to society. Because I know damn well I never want to paint my own house. I'm just pay somebody to do that. But you know, that's the love of the trade, right? Anyways, have a good night, everybody. So day 5. Saturday we got the paint done. Almost, maybe like 90% done. Some still places like the windows. Inside of the windows I need some paint. So the door's finished. The doors still have a little bit of mud missing around the edges, so we need to fill that up with mud, sand it down, and then we're all good. And then we need to make sure that we buy all the flooring. So as far as that goes, it's gonna be a very easy day. Should be quite fun and engaging. I'm gonna try to time lapse everything, try to film as much as I possibly can. And then after that, we're gonna try to see if we can get finished before New Year's. So maybe by, what's today, Monday? Hopefully by tomorrow we'll be done with the whole project. So hopefully, you know, that's like our 1 week mark, I believe. We worked, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, now Tuesday, and now Wednesday the 7th day. So we said about 7 days in our heads. Obviously the client doesn't really care when it gets done. He says he has until February to move in, or the end of February to move in. But you know, it's always good to do things ahead of schedule. So yeah, it'll be our day today. I'll let you guys know. And it's really windy outside today. It's really windy, so I'll see if I try to film outside or not. Hopefully it's not windy over there. So we made it back and the paint is all dried up. For the most part, these walls are done. We're still missing like other parts, but as far as it drying, it looks really good. It's nice, bright white, as you can see. It might look a little bit off. We're still missing some area over there. We ran out of paint, so we bought more today. We're gonna keep painting, finishing off. This thing needs to get finished off. But so far so good. This is how the door looks. The door is brand new. white. I know the lighting's kind of harsh. I'm gonna turn the light. There you go. But it's a brand new white. And that's all the walls. All nice. As far as the floor, we're gonna put new flooring in, so not too big of a deal. But yeah, everything looks good. We just need to make sure we finish all the touch-ups and then get to the flooring. So we're gonna do that today. And making sure that any areas we missed with the paint are fully covered. And yeah, nice bright white. Looks really good. Alright, day 6. I didn't really film yesterday because we got a lot done and it was like a 10-hour shift, so it was pretty tiring. But now we're here. Yesterday we fixed all the doors. The doors weren't closing right, but we figured out how to make sure they all close right, and then we repainted everything, make sure everything was touched up, done painting. Now we're gonna move on to flooring. So today we're gonna go to Home Depot. I'll probably film some of that and make sure we have everything to do the floors, as well as making sure, you know, everything looks good. I'm probably gonna buy him some new electrical outlets too. The electrical outlets, I took a video of that. They look really old and outdated, so just for our conscience, we're gonna buy him new ones. So it's gonna look really good, really nice. And as far as the project being done before New Year's, it's December 30th, I believe. So if we can get this quick turnaround by hopefully today or New Year's Eve at least, you know, before January 1st, then it'll be a really good thing. But if not, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But you know, we have goals set in our minds that we want to, you know, be the best for our clients. And I know he's not really picky about when the project gets done, but it's still going to be a good thing if you can get his family in by the beginning of January, and you know, start moving back in, and then we can start working on the outside hopefully. So we're gonna do a lot of things, and it's gonna be an amazing experience. So alright, made it to Home Depot. We're gonna get the flooring supplies right now, and we're gonna make sure we get everything we need. Hopefully finish the project. It's gonna rain tomorrow for New Year's, so let's see what we can do about that. But as far as I know, all we need to do is get the flooring and some other materials from Home Depot. So here we are. Alright, so they didn't have the flooring we needed. There's one in Monrovia that does have what we need, so we're gonna check that out. We need sort of a darker brown, and the one we wanted they didn't have, so let's go to a different Home Depot. We made it to the Home Depot in Monrovia. It's about 2-3 hours later. We went back to base, but yeah, we're gonna get the flooring here now. This one, but it might not be, so we have a lot of options. Oh, you know what? That could be this one.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Edgewood cherry. Of the furniture, right? This one. Why is it painted on there? This one's good. Yeah, I think this is the one, Edgewood cherry. That's exactly what it looks like in the photos. That's a good question.
Se llama Edgewood.
Edgewood cherry.
Edgewood cherry.
I don't think they have any.
Oh, man, you're lying.
I'm not lying. No, 'cause it says right here. Remember? You know what? Maybe the only ones they have on. Oh, look! It literally says order online. What do you mean no?
No podemos hacer eso. Necesitamos comprarla aquí.
Oh, well, they don't have it.
Vente para acá.
Oh, what is our luck? No, he said he wanted this one. I mean, yeah, we can get that one. The burnt handle oak is this one. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. How much did I say? Huh? What is it? That's a burnt handle oak, no? Oh, this one. Zoom in. Burnt handle oak. What does that say? Burnt handle oak. We did it.
That's what you wanted?
Yep.
There's fire here.
There's it right there.
Oh,
I
here?
think there's 24 of them. 25. I think we have to take all of them.
Well, awesome.
Yeah, the whole pallet, man. You gotta take the whole pallet.
¿Cuántos tiene? Yeah, tell him to go put in your
Yeah, look.
in your truck, though.
Tell them load it up there because this is the whole pallet. I think this is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 15, 16, 27, 28, 29, 30. Es 30 aquí. Huh?
¿No es igual que el piso que tiene?
No. His is a lot brighter. His is like that one.
Yeah.
This is burnt. That's the one he has. This is the one we want. There's only one pallet of this one.
Por eso. ¿Cómo es el mío? ¿Cuánto tiene? Sí, exacto.
There's only 8?
Yeah.
How much is that? 20 square feet?
19.
Square feet?
19.63.
Yeah, that's about 20. So yeah, we'll take 22, you know? That's what I said.
Did you divide it?
Yeah, I divided it. I divided the square footage by 20. So 550 divided by 20.
No
Maybe
va a
that.
ser, casi no va a ser igual que el piso que tenía. Si yo no cambio el piso.
No, yeah. That's the one you had, the orange one.
¿Qué
that-
cuántas paletas tienes ahí?
I already said, man, there's 30 right there.
Pues déjame te
I
digo algo que
already
las
said
lleva.
like 5 times.
Right?
Laminate wood flooring on the video that you guys saw. But it's all here. 27 pallets. ¿Cuánto costó?
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
Over $1,000?
Over $1,000. Really?
950.
950. There. That sounds about right. Then always over $1,000.
950 and like
LA
90
tax?
cents.
87 cents, yeah.
90 cents, 87 cents. That's pretty good. And we got a Home Depot credit line. Only for $4,000. Really nothing. Something. Day 7 of the project. Did we make it before New Year's? No, unfortunately not. It's January 2nd, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna have to finish today, hopefully, with the flooring. We'll get a time lapse of that. But it's okay, you know. We make our goals. We try to push ourselves. So as far as we know, we're ahead of schedule, and as far as they know, we're beyond ahead of schedule. So at the end of the day, you gotta push yourself for some challenges, and we try to get it before New Year's, but it's okay. At least in the start of January, he's gonna be back home with his family. We're gonna clean it up real nice. The house is really dirty from the smoke, so we're gonna give it a nice cleaning inside, and then hand over the keys to our client. So hopefully he's real happy at the end. We're gonna make sure to record everything. Right, so we made it here, and we got there. There's no power for some reason, so it's kind of annoying, but still, we have the flooring. We got all the flooring right here. Laminate wood flooring. It's nice color, nice dark brown. Should match sort of what the floor already is. But yeah, I think today we're gonna try to get as much as we can done. It's unfortunate there's no power, but because we need to cut it with our table saw. But either way, the wood looks really nice. Framers next door said that they were roofing right now, and then the power went out. And it did rain the past couple of days, so we weren't able to make it on New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day was raining. So I don't know.
¿Adentro hay o no hay?
No,
¿O no?
no.
Oh, que sabes que entonces está apagado.
That's very annoying. Saying that checking the breaker, but it's still not electricity, so maybe the Edison shut out power for since yesterday and the day before it was raining, but you know, it's already about 11 a.m. so when are they gonna decide to turn it back on? Okay, so far we've gotten most of the living room done on the flooring side. We're missing over here because we didn't have power. We couldn't use the table saw to cut this area here. So today we're gonna do that. Hopefully finish this room, finish that room, and yeah, make some repairs to whatever we need right here. Maybe change out some light bulbs, make it look real nice. Yeah, overall, so far so good. The flooring looks great, in my opinion. I think it complements the walls. We painted nice and white walls with the darker flooring. I think it looks really good. There's a lot of things we want to do in a remodel. So in this remodel, you know, the client had a budget, obviously, and he told us just take care of the walls and take care of the flooring for me. Don't worry about anything else. And we do want to make sure we give him the best experience. So we did end up doing things just like changing his electrical outlets to something brand new. Even though we didn't change the entire electrical outlet like I would have, you know. There's little things that are about older houses that, you know, makes a person realize that this will never look good, like this type of old texture. But, you know, we respect people's budgets, we respect people what they want, and we'll go over and beyond to give them that service, right? Like this fireplace, it's a little old, scratched off the paint. So, you know, those are opportunities for us to come back, you know, and just help them out, give them a good price, and be like, hey, we'll repaint that because we know we finished your living room, but there's still some details that we wanted to do that weren't a part of the original budget. But the client's always happy to know that, hey, you know, we're going to take care of you. And then you give us a little bit of work, and then you give us a lot, you know, because we're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure everything goes right to plan, make sure that you have the best experience with us, and make sure that we can get absolutely everything done in time and under budget, right? So he's giving us a budget. We're sticking to that budget. We're doing the best we can, but there's still a lot of opportunities to improve this home and make it feel even better. So hopefully in the future, he looks back and reminds us of this work, and then he says, hey, you know, I really do want to, you know, fix that fireplace or fix this electrical system or fix something, you know, because we did take out that heater, if you guys remember. That was the detail that he did ask for, and we did a great job. You can't even tell that the heater is here, and it's a lot more open. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with the project so far, and there's still a lot of opportunities to go. We're still gonna see if we can replace some of these windows as well. These windows are about, I don't know, a couple years old. So, you know, little things that are gonna make a big difference in the future. But for right now, we're gonna finish this side of our project, the flooring and the walls. Make sure he leaves a 5-star review and is happy with the progress. So yeah. Alright, it is Monday and we're here at Home Depot. We need to buy some flooring that was missing. We have missed about like 6 I believe packets, so we're gonna get that right now. And I wanted to buy some lights, so when the reveal's done it'll look nice and bright white. It'll look really nice. So we're gonna get that done today, hopefully. Is it the same? Alright, so we got the flooring here. We got 6 packs for the rooms that we're missing. We're missing the inside of this closet. That's it, we already have a pack here. But we're pretty much already done the flooring here. Looks really nice. All are painted. Door is done. So here we're pretty much done with the walls and the floor, just the closet, which is already painted by the way, so already looks really nice. Here in the living room, all pretty much done. Probably missing some pieces here. That's it, we'll do that today. We'll finish off the living room, and this is where we gotta do most of our work here, in this area here. This side here. And we finished this door. We put a brand new door. He didn't ask us to do this at all. He really didn't ask us to do most of this stuff. Like, we put a new door, we put new outlets, we give him a door stopper because there's a big hole right here. All this stuff doesn't cost a lot, but it makes a big difference. And I forgot, we bought him new lights. You see this light? It's a little orange. It's kind of old, so for like 10 bucks, we got him brand new white lights. So let me go and put those on. Alright, today, final day for sure. We finished all the floor here. All the flooring. All the flooring. Done. Even in the closets. Done. So, today, all that we need to do, make sure everything's clean. Finish off any spots we missed with the paint, and all the lights are working, obviously. Beautiful. All the outlets are done. Walls are painted. Huge transformation. Clean out the windows too. The windows are really dirty, but you know, give them a little wash with the rag and some soap. It's still pretty, you know. I wish we could replace all these windows, but you know, maybe in the future. So far his budget was just for the flooring. The doors all installed, nice, beautiful doors. And the walls. What else, you know? Get them some more money from the insurance. Now that we can prove that we did something with their money, and they'll send more, so we can keep helping them out, you know. He's hoping to move in by the end of this month, and I think we did a pretty good job to make sure that he can live here. Because would I want to live here? Now I can say yeah, absolutely. Because I know what I did, and I know what we did to make sure that it's safe enough to live here again. And yeah, so all we're missing is these baseboards. We have an extra flooring, but at the end of the day, it's all good. So yeah, it's been a fun project, but yeah, we gotta move all that stuff out of the kitchen now, get it out. So, you know, it was a nice remodel project. I was shooting in before and after shots, everything at the end, but overall, it's pretty fun. If I was a homeowner, I wouldn't be scared to invest in a house cleaning after my remodeling project is done. A lot of you, I know, you like to see the finished product, but there's still things that are very like dirty, and the full potential of the remodel won't look at like it's 100% at the end. So I would invest like a couple $100, right? Let's say that $500, $600 at the end of the project, just have a deep clean of everything. Maybe a contractor can hire some people, and we'll just clean everything, and they'll just clean everything from the floors to the windows to everything. So the remodels, once you're done, once you come in, it smells really good. It doesn't smell like paint, or it doesn't smell like, you know, like something's missing, or you have to come in and finish it and clean it yourself. So I would invest in some money, talk to your contractor about it, to just have a deep clean at the end. With you know, I only have my bucket and my rag, and the client didn't even ask us to clean it, but I know at the end it's gonna look a lot better if I just clean everything. So that's what I'm gonna do, you know, clean some of the windows the best I can with my rag, and clean all the floor. Obviously, I'm gonna mop everything, mop it all, and it looks brand new. So once the big reveal is done, it looks 100% done. So yeah, I would highly recommend hire a cleaning crew at the end of your job, so that everything is perfect. Even if there's spots where we missed with some, you know, some mud or some texture, it can still wipe off really easily. So, you know, you want to get to the bottom of that. And overall, yeah, it was a great project. So far, we're going to clean everything. Even like the homeowner supplies that are really dusty, you know. It doesn't hurt to just grab a rag with some Fabuloso and just wipe it all down, you know. It does not hurt at all. It'll make it look a whole lot better once we hang it back up, just so we can say that the project is 100% done. But yeah, invest some money in your cleaning, people. It'll go a long way. And that's the final project. The floor is mopped. All nice. You see how shiny it is. So I'm not gonna step in right now. But the walls, beautifully textured, beautifully done. Very happy with this project. The baseboard's installed. Overall, great project. Took a lot of photos. Cleaned absolutely everything. And yeah, hopefully he's really happy when he comes home. So this is not the final project in this house, but still. Overall, 10 out of 10. Hopefully he enjoys his new house. I know a lot of people are gonna be saying paint that chimney too. So it wasn't part of the deal, unfortunately, but I know sooner or later he's gonna come around and say, I want to paint that chimney either a different color, because he didn't want to paint it all white, which I understand because it kind of looks boring. But if you choose like a red or like any other color, we'll be happy to go back and paint it. So far, this entire outside is in the contract, so I'm sure we'll get back to that chimney and take some really nice photos of it. So stay tuned for that. And don't worry about it. Yes, everything else came nice. We textured the walls. Well, first we had to remove any plaster that was hanging out. Then we replastered the walls. Then we sanded the walls. And then we textured the walls. Then we painted them. And now they're brand new. New flooring, new doors. What else? Cleaned absolutely everything. But we're gonna repaint the house. Change some things around the outside, like a brick wall. More than likely having a brick wall coming soon. So stay tuned for that. Going from here all the way back there. It's gonna be a really fun project to film, so let's see what happens. But overall, happy with the project. The house itself still needs to be saved. And we're gonna save it. And you guys are gonna see it all. So stay tuned for that. This house, we haven't even touched the surface of what we're gonna do with it. So the inside is really nice. Really happy with it. And there's still a lot of details we need to get to, so stay tuned. Havenwood Construction.